Hello and welcome to day 11. Today we're going to talk about choosing the online diary part of your online marketing platform. And the reason for online diaries is because of many people's profitability is driven by the number of meetings they can book and hold. Many people who do a lot of meetings actually need someone to set up those meetings and have a secretary or a diary filler. Allowing people to book slots in your diary is now possible, and only you know the value of those extra meetings that you can book and hold. In general, you need to look for sort of 4 areas. The general area of, if you're working internationally, then having 24/7 all time zones diary is great. Everybody needs to be working in local time, otherwise mess ups happen. Okay, you need to be able to book multiple appointment types. That basically means that you're allowing for different length meetings or appointments, and in some cases it also means that you have a different setup time and set down time before and afterwards. And some people like to give themselves just 10 minutes to recover. Perhaps if you're doing some sort of counselling or something like that, it may be just rather exhausting to listen to a focused way. So multiple appointments types, great. Nice to have your own branding, and nice to be able to embed those diaries in your own website or some other website perhaps is appropriate. Perhaps if you work as a sort of concession, some people work at a gym, or some, for example, physios work at a gym, and maybe it'd be good to put your diary on the gym website as well. So, booking. Now, sometimes you may need to book more than one person, or maybe more than one person may be able to fulfill a particular appointment. Sometimes you may have several locations you can use, or sometimes you may need to deal with particular pieces of equipment or facilities. So, all these things need, the more exotic the booking app you choose, the more likely you are to be able to cope with this. Recurring appointments is a bit of a basic one as well, especially if you're the kind of person who's booking sort of regular morning, once a week slots for physiotherapy treatment or coaching or whatever. Email and SMS reminders are also a bit of a given, and it's nice to know if people reschedule or cancel for some reason. Obviously, it must be integrated with your own calendar, but the more it can be integrated with the rest of your marketing platform, the better. If you can take payment for meetings, that's another invoice collection problem dealt with, and so that will be very helpful. I've already said embeddable, so it doesn't need to be twice. And it's good to have some reporting so that you know that your people are turning up to your appointments, that you are, if a customer is sort of no showing often or whatever, then perhaps you can just invite them to go and book elsewhere, or charge them anyway. So although reporting information is always useful, and most of the good online diaries have one. Okay, so let's have a look at the options that you can look at. The bundle diary app. You'll find that a lot of packages have a sort of finger in this particular pie. Microsoft Bookings has just recently been added to Office 365. HubSpot has an embedded calendar app that gets both of those quite good at managing multi-team sort of situation, because they are for large corporate organisations. And the great thing, of course, is because they're bundled, you've already paid for them, so it's already synchronised your calendar, and it's a good option. HubSpot one, of course, will be bundled with your marketing platform. Microsoft Bookings, unfortunately, will try and take the booking information away from your marketing, and you won't have that full customer history there to see. You can buy small diary apps that run in the cloud. They connect to your Outlook or your Gcalendar, and some other calendars, such as some of the Mozilla Thunderbird, I think it is, that people use. They're not terribly expensive, and they tend to have all the features of appointment types, branding options, payments, and so on, and the full set of reminders. So they're all pretty good, but I particularly highlight Calendly and Acuity, and you're looking at about $30 a month per user. Does get more complicated when you start getting into the situations where more than one person can fulfill the appointment and in more than one place and so on. Okay, but for most of us, working in a small business, working with clients directly, in a small number of clients, then the marketing platform online diary option gives you plenty of scope for booking those appointments, those little half hours with your coaching client, your consultant sponsor, your client, your fitness trainee, and indeed your patient. So these things are very easy to, just for someone to book an appointment, you can almost tell them what to book when you speak to them. Just say, take an appointment type C or something. So Groove and Kartra both have, I beg your pardon, Groove will have an online diary option in later this year. It's firmly in the roadmap for sort of Q3, and Kartra already has one. The other two you rely on you're buying in maybe something like Calendly or Acuity, or assume you've already got one. However, I think the marketing platform, because this is bundled, because you won't have to pay extra for this, I think it's extremely good value to use the green option again, the marketing platform option. Unless, of course, you've already got the other ones. The reason I like that is because it is connected into your customer history, and you can see when your customer has booked appointments and things. So thanks for listening to my thoughts on online diaries and how to choose them. Tomorrow we'll be looking at help desks and how they can improve your customer service. So thanks for watching.